Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the UUCG. My name is Joanna Moroth, and I'm a member of this congregation. We are grateful for your presence as we continue the celebration of a major milestone in our shared journey, the 75th anniversary of this congregation. 75 years ago, our community began not with a building, but with a covenant, a promise made by people who came together with a vision of love, intellectual freedom, and service to the world. We are indebted to those who laid the foundation for us back in 1951. At the same time, we look with joy at our newcomers, whose fresh perspectives and energy remind us that our living tradition is still being written. Whether you have been part of Unitarian Universalist Church of Greensboro for 7 decades or 7 days, it is your unique contributions, your hands, your hearts, and your quest for truth and meaning that make us the vibrant, diverse body we are today. Throughout this special year, it is our intention to honor each decade of our history through song, story, and pictures, reflecting on the many ways we have grown together. Today, we will revisit the second decade of the 21st millennium, 2010 to 2019. I first attended our church in 2015 after a friend of a friend posted a picture of herself in the sanctuary on Facebook. I wasn't familiar with Unitarian Universalism, so I did a quick search on Google. I had grown up in Christian churches and never felt quite comfortable there. Like many of you, I was seeking a place where I could feel accepted just the way I was. I was hoping to find a spiritual home, but I wanted a place where I could learn, ask questions, and not be confined to dogma. At the first service I attended, Reverend Anne Marie Alderman was asking the question to the congregation, who are we and where are we going? She was a developmental minister working on a mission statement for our church. Our former choir director, Mark Freund, played the song Lady Madonna by the Beatles as the service ended. Asking lots of questions and great music brought me back to UUCG the next Sunday. In 2016, Reverend Diane Daugert helped usher the church through its next phase of leadership, while a dedicated search committee found a settled minister for our congregation. In 2018, Reverend Sadie Lansdale accepted her position here. I was in the sanctuary for her very first sermon, where she spoke passionately about her dream of finding a church home. As our church's leadership was changing during this decade, so did our country's. While many of us were delighted to see President Obama's terms, we also witnessed the first term for President Trump. I should have written pause for boos. In 2015, marriage equality was finally legalized, and Hamilton opened on Broadway. Game of Thrones had an 8-year chokehold on water cooler chats every Monday morning. The Me Too and Black Lives Matter movements swept across the nation. Beyonce, the Kardashians, and the Marvel movies dominated pop culture. We were still naive enough to stand within 6 feet of each other because pandemics only happened in our history books. But now, let's talk about one of the most important events from this decade. In 2012, multi-talented actress Anna Kendrick starred in the movie Pitch Perfect. She tells the story of a ragtag college a cappella group, the Barden Bellas. This group of young women were finding their way through life one pop song at a time. Music has always been a powerful instrument for insight, growth, and social change. I invite you now to sit back and enjoy the spiritual practice of girl power pop music medleys with the UU Bellas.
I got my ticket for the long way round, the one with the prettiest of views. It's got mountains, it's got rivers, it's got sights that'll give you shivers, and it sure will be prettier with you. When I'm gone, you're gonna miss me
mama told me when I was young, we are all born superstars. She rolled my hair and put my lipstick on in the glass of her boudoir. There's nothing wrong with loving who you are, she said, 'cause he made you perfect, babe. So hold your head up, girl, and you'll go far. Listen to me when I say,
You shout it out, but I can't hear a word you say. I'm talking loud, not saying much. I'm criticized, but all your bullets ricochet. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away, ricochet, you take your aim. Fire away, you shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium.
I'm beautiful in my way, 'cause God makes no mistakes. I'm on the right track, baby, I was born this way. Don't hide yourself in regret, just love yourself and you're set. I'm on the right track, baby, I was born this way. Don't hide yourself in regret, just love yourself and you're set. I'm on the right track, baby, I was born this way.
I've got the magic in me. Every time I touch that track, it turns into gold. Everybody knows I've got the magic in me. When I hit the floor, the crowd comes snapping at me. Now everybody wants some presto magic, 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 magic. Ah, ooh, I've got the magic in me. Every time I touch that track, it turns into gold. Everybody knows I've got the magic in me. When I hit the floor, the crowd comes snapping at me. Everybody wants that presto magic, 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 magic. Ah, ooh, I got the magic in me.
When I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my hair. You're gonna miss me everywhere. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
Please join us as we sing hymn number 22, Dear Weaver of Our Lives' Designs. 22.
Dear
My name is Siobhan Reardon, and I am a member of this congregation. Alina Khan will light our chalice. Please join me in our chalice lighting words found in your order of service. We light this chalice, symbol of our Unitarian Universalist faith, to remind us to connect spirituality and service, to care for our life and the world, and to create a loving community. And in our church covenant, we, the members of the Unitarian Universalist Church of Greensboro, do covenant to promote a search for personal meaning, respecting the individual truth in a community process of quest, speak and act with caring, courtesy, and love, thereby maintaining emotional, physical, and spiritual safety for all, support UUCG and denominational efforts with our resources, combat injustice while promoting equality, nurture our children on their spiritual journey, hold ourselves to this covenant, especially during times of conflict and disagreement. Welcome to worship at the Unitarian Universalist Church of Greensboro. Unitarian Universalists believe that each person has a trustworthy relationship with the Spirit, with the Holy, with the source of all life, with God, though we name it and know it differently from one another. And we believe that because we are interconnected, nobody is free until we all are free. So we strive to build beloved community here on earth, in our fellowship with one another, and in our work for justice. We are one people of many beliefs, many origins, sexualities, and genders. We are all growing, all learning, all loved. Whether today is your first or your 1000th Sunday in our midst, we are stronger because you are with us. Please engage in the spiritual practice of silencing your cell phones.
Good morning. I'm Marie Hauk. I'm also a member of this congregation. This morning's story is the legend of the Indian paintbrush. Many years ago, a little boy was born who was called Little Gopher. Now, he was smaller than most of the children in his community. He couldn't run as fast. When they played the hoop game, he could never get his stick to go through the hoop while it was rolling. There were things he enjoyed. He enjoyed using bits of leather and twigs to make forms of warriors. He enjoyed collecting beautiful rocks and putting them in a pattern. But he worried about not being strong enough, fast enough, not being good enough to become a warrior, to become a hunter when he grew up. Fortunately, the elders in his community went to him and said, "Don't worry about it. You will find your gifts. And your gifts may not be the same as other people's, but they will be celebrated." And so he simply continued to be a child, to enjoy the things he enjoyed, and to continue to grow up. Eventually, he got old enough to go on his own vision quest, a tradition in his community of separating oneself from the community and fasting, and contemplating what your future might be. During that vision quest, he had a vision. In the vision, an old man and a young woman appeared to him. The old man was carrying brushes, I suppose, animal hair tied onto sticks, and in the other hand, liquids that were colored. The young woman had a beautiful white skin stretched. And they said to him, "Your gift will be painting. You will paint beautiful pictures, things that will help the community remind itself of who it is. And someday, when you've gotten good enough, you will use a white canvas, you will find a white hide, and you will paint all of the colors of the sunset on it." Well, Little Gopher went home, and he started teaching himself how to make brushes out of different kinds of animal hair, soft brushes from fox's fur, stiff brushes from horses' tails. And he taught himself which plants could be used to make paint and which rocks could be ground up and what kind of colors they made. The hunters started to bring him hides, and he learned to stretch them. And he painted scenes of hunts and scenes of things that had happened in the community. And he wasn't always very happy with the things he painted. He was dissatisfied, but he kept trying. And the hunters kept bringing him skins. Eventually, they even brought him a beautiful white hide, which he stretched and set aside until he thought he might be good enough. Still, he wasn't very happy with his work. One night, he had a dream, and in his dream, the old man and the young woman came back to him and said, "You have been faithful to your gift, and you have learned and you have worked. So tomorrow night at sunset, we want you to go up on the hill, bring your white canvas, and you will find what you need to paint all the colors of the sunset." And so he did, and when he looked down, the ground was full of brushes with paint already filling them, paint in all of the colors of the sunset, oranges and yellows and reds and purples, and they were so beautiful. And when the sun started to set, he started to pick up the brushes one by one, and he painted and he threw them down, and he'd pick up the next one and paint and throw. And when he was done, he was very satisfied with what he had made. He brought the canvas back to the community. The next morning, the people saw the painting and were incredibly moved. But when they went up on the hill where he'd done the painting, every place he had thrown down a paintbrush, it had grown into a beautiful flower we call the Indian paintbrush now. Little Gopher was true to his gifts. And as was the custom in his community, he stopped being called Little Gopher. His new name was the one who brought us all the colors of the sunset. Thank you. If you're joining us in the sanctuary, won't you wave hello to everyone watching online? Hi, folks. If you're online, go ahead and introduce yourselves in the chat. If you're in person, let's greet our neighbors.
Clear blue morning, I can see the light of a brand new day. I can see the light of a brand new morning. Everything's gonna be alright. It's gonna be okay.
How beautiful it is to be together. We gather in gratitude this morning, turning our hearts to thanks and praise for the gift of living, in the presence of the Spirit that animates all life, and in the knowledge that we are connected to all that is, all that has been, and all that will be. What echoes in your heart? You're invited to offer it up to the holy and lay it down in community in this sacred time together. If you're online, this is time to share your joys and sorrows with one another in the chat. If you're in person and you have a milestone you would like added to our prayers, you can fill out a yellow card which the ushers will collect from you. If there's a joy on your heart, place a plant from our grounds in the vase. If you have a sorrow, place a stone in the bowl. Light a candle of prayer and presence for someone you're holding close to you. Know that If the temperature is not comfortable, we have wraps and fans available. If you're not sure how you're feeling, or maybe you're feeling a little antsy, there are pipe cleaners in the back to fidget with, mandalas to color, or you may have brought needlework you can feel free to do. In church, we practice becoming more fully human. This is our time to take stock of how we are and to take what we need, knowing that the table is set for us all.
Will you join me in prayer and presence? First, we name aloud or in the chat those people on our hearts, living or dead, near or far, that this community might hold them in love. I'm sorry, I'm still sorting. Kate writes, my daughter is in Bath, England for the fall semester of her junior year in college, and classes start tomorrow. Kate, we celebrate with you. She also has a concern that her son in Oregon is moving out of his place and plans to travel around the West Coast until January and then restart his job search. And we wish him good luck. Sarah also offers us both a joy and a concern. My mother-in-law and husband safely moved to Greensboro, and we have been here for 1 month. And welcome to the community. We celebrate with you. Her sorrow is that her Aunt Angel passed away last week. Her husband is still looking for a job, but they are hopeful, and we share your concerns. Dory writes that yesterday she went to see her daughter in an interactive children's play at the Moorhead Methodist Church. It's fun. Frankly, one of my joys in life has always been children's theater. If you have questions about how you might see this, talk to Dory during coffee hour. And our prayers of joy are with you, Dory. Viviana Sa says, I am happy to continue school. We share your joy. Luca Sa says, I have a really good mommy, and I love her very much. We share your prayers of gratitude for a loving mommy. Betsy Summer writes, we are so happy for students of all ages who have started school this semester. We celebrate that with you, and also for the teachers who have gone back to teaching. Joanna Lauer says, Simon turns 17 today. Really? Oh, wow. I am so proud of him and grateful he gets to adolescent within this community. Our prayers of joy for your son are with you. Someone writes, I have lost my absent friend for 30 years to a misunderstanding that led to a harsh breakup. It's devastating. Be nice to each other. Our prayers of sorrow are with you. Jen Kahn writes, my rescue kitten and I are both having major surgery this week. Oh, wow. I ask for patience, strength, and endurance for my family as they care for not just me, but a furry patient too. Our prayers of endurance are with you and your family, Jen. Rob Carey writes that his mother, Leah Carey, passed away on Friday. A graveside service in northern Maine is set for Saturday. She was 93. Our prayers of compassion are with you and your family. And finally, Tish says her mom is in rehab. Our prayers for your mother's healing are with you. We pray today with the words of the Reverend Wayne B. Arneson, who retired in 2016 after a 40-year career in ministry and in service to the Unitarian Universalist Association. Spirit of life, we pause to give thanks for many gifts of life that are ours, gifts we find expressed and enhanced in the community of this church. We are grateful for our family and friends and all they mean to us. We are grateful for opportunities to learn and grow, and for teachers of all kinds, those who come into our classrooms and those we find within the pages of a book. We are grateful for the insights and beauty we find all around us in the natural world. We are grateful for ministry and for all the forms that it takes in our community of faith, in teaching and preaching, in care for children and care for our seniors, and care for our building, in leader tasks, both large and small. We pause now in witness to the gifts we share and the gratitude we feel. We ask these things for ourselves, for those we love, and for those we do not yet love. Amen.
We want to go ahead and invite the kids to go to their classes. I can see the light of a clear blue morning. I can see the light of a brand new day. I can see the light of a clear blue morning. Everything's gonna be all right. It's gonna be okay.
During these few minutes of silence, you can focus on something you're grateful for, or someone you are remembering especially today, or just the sensation of your chair supporting you. Will you find a comfortable place in your seat and take a few easy breaths as we settle into our shared silence together?
When I was in 5th grade, I acquired an art teacher who didn't like me. I don't remember many specific instances, except that she was angry that when asked to use my initials, I initialized my last name, St. George, as STG, which I knew was right because my father taught me that. She insisted I could only use the S. I probably shouldn't have argued with her, but at that age, the injustice just felt too big. By the end of the year, she had convinced me that I was not artistic. From then to now, I have never voluntarily taken any sort of art class. I don't know if I could have been good at art. Only that I didn't believe I could, and therefore I didn't try. My mother had a similar experience with a music teacher. When she started junior high, the choir director was very excited to see her because so many of her family members had such beautiful voices. When he heard her sing, my mother said his disappointment was palpable, and he suggested that she should only mouth the words when singing in the choir. For the rest of her life, my mother was convinced that she couldn't sing. When my father sang with us kids in the car, which we did a lot, she stayed silent. I have no idea if she had a good singing voice. I only know she believed she could not sing. I know there are a lot of stories like that. Adults tell children that they aren't athletic, can't dance, they're bad at math. And the children believe them because they are adults, often in positions of authority. It sometimes astonishes me just how much long-term damage some adults are willing to do to children. That may not be their intent, but the result is people who grow up not trying, not doing things they might enjoy, because they no longer believe they can be successful. There are also adults who may recognize a talent, but dismiss it as unimportant. This is usually aimed at older kids. Oh, your painting is good, but studying art won't get you anywhere. Or maybe you could become an architect. Or you're so good with words, you should be a lawyer. I have a younger brother who was told for years that his off-the-chart math skills meant he should become an engineer. We were living in a mining community at the time. And he tried. Though brilliant, he flunked out of several colleges before he realized he didn't like engineering. He went on to get an MBA and is now a vice president of something or other at Qualcomm, making lots of money and doing work he enjoys. Some years ago, I fell into that trap when I encouraged a child to pursue their goal, but added that they might not be able to make a living at it, so they should consider a backup career. I might not have been wrong. But looking back, I realized that young person probably heard me treating their aspiration as a pleasant hobby instead of a serious endeavor. Looking back, I wish I had had the wisdom of Little Gophers community. Our current culture has a vision that of what success looks like, and if you don't match that stereotype, even as a child, you are a failure. You may even come to view yourself as a failure. Being someone who is different is hard enough. But when you come to believe your differences make you unacceptable, it's even harder. Fortunately, in our story this morning, Little Gopher is in a community where being different is not criticized. He's a little concerned about not being good at the things the other kids are good at, but no one tells him he has to change who he is. Instead, the elders assure him that while his gifts may be unusual and different, those gifts will also contribute to the community and will be celebrated. I always hope we can be that community for our children. A few weeks ago, Jake used one of my favorite poems as the basis for his sermon. In On Children, the author writes, "Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself." In that sermon, Jake said children arrive in our lives carrying mysteries that existed before we knew them. They bring gifts we did not give them. He added that love is not control, it is accompaniment. How might each of our lives have been different if those who loved us had viewed their job as accompanying us? How might all of our children's lives be if this village viewed our job as accompanying them as they each learn and develop their own gifts? We all have gifts. But just having a gift doesn't mean it's easy to use. Indeed, Little Gopher had a great deal of work to do to make full use of his gifts. He had to learn how to make paintbrushes. He had to learn how to make paint. He had to stretch skins, and he is dissatisfied with his first efforts. But he doesn't give up, and his community continues to support him and his unique gift. The hunters continue to bring him hides and to celebrate his efforts. His story makes me wonder just how often people give up on something because they are dissatisfied with their first efforts, or because they compare their first efforts to those of people who are already skilled. I've always done a certain amount of needlework, but I thought I couldn't knit. I'm not sure when I realized I was comparing my final product with my mother's, which was silly. She had been knitting before I was born. I remember that when I was a child, she used to knit one mitten every evening all winter long. A family of 6 living in northern Minnesota goes through a lot of mittens. I brought in one of my mother's projects to demonstrate just how skilled she was. This is a queen-size blanket knit in a single piece. My father says it kind of took over their living space. Eventually, I learned to quit judging my first product so harshly by comparing my work to hers, and I put in the time and effort to develop knitting skills. I frequently needed to remember my mother's best advice. When you're learning a new skill, the most important stitch to learn is the rip stitch. You cannot be afraid of ripping out your work and starting over. I also brought one of my own later and much smaller efforts, completed after I had put in the time and effort to develop the skills I needed to be satisfied with my work. Little Gopher didn't give up, and ultimately his tenacity was rewarded with the magical gift of what became the flower we call Indian paintbrush, the flower I grew up picking every spring. Sometimes, when we've been working at something for a long time, and it suddenly comes together, I think it feels to us like something magical has happened. Because I thought I was not artistic, I also thought I was not creative. Having daughters who are incredibly artistic didn't help. Deciding to join the Artists' Way group that Rebecca led last year was a leap of faith for me. I joined at the very last minute because, frankly, I was afraid of doing it. I didn't discover hidden talent, but I did remember that when I was little, I liked to draw, so I bought some supplies and a book about drawing, and I've been enjoying spending time with it. My drawings are probably never going to be something that other people see, but in this case, the final product is not the object. The joy is simply in the doing. I am reminded of a statement made by G.K. Chesterton in his book, What's Wrong with the World? He wrote, "If a thing is worth doing, it is worth doing badly." Many years ago, I took part in an annual all-ages baseball game. I frankly wasn't very good, but I enjoyed it, and I thought it was important for the kids involved to see an adult enjoying doing something that they weren't very good at. That's sort of how I feel about drawing. The point is that I enjoy doing it, not that I expect to become terribly accomplished. But back to my feeling that I wasn't creative or artistic. I was once helping my older daughter set up her booth at a craft fair. She made the jewelry I'm wearing and sells at craft fairs. She had to fix many of the things I had done. And eventually she said, "I don't know where I got my aesthetic skills from, but it certainly wasn't from you." I had to agree with her, and we both laughed. I may or may not ever develop that particular ability, but through the class with Rebecca and others, I came to understand that even if I'm bad at visual aesthetics, and I'm no longer convinced that's the case, that doesn't mean I am not creative. My creativity takes different forms. That was something that became very important for me to learn. I came to realize that writing lesson plans and short plays for the kids in church, choosing which yarn to use when I'm following someone else's pattern or making up my own pattern, Many of the things I do in my life are creative, and some I can even consider artistic, and my 5th grade art teacher can go pound sand. We all have gifts, and when we are given these gifts, we have an obligation to use them. Somehow this reminds me of one of my favorite lines in the children's book, Old Turtle. Old Turtle says, "People are a message of love from God to the earth, and a prayer from the earth to God." Last week, I was also reminded of Dolly Parton's statement that her music was a gift from God, and she had an obligation to use it for the world. In one of Orson Scott Card's books, he follows a Mormon family as they are preparing to make a cross-country move. The mother in the family is contemplating what her ministry in her new church might be. Where will her gifts intersect with her new community's needs? I was reminded of this every time we made a cross-country move, although I don't think I really understood what she was saying when I first read it. A while back, I was reading a book about ministry, and it specifically referred to the ministry of cleaning toilets. We all have ministries in this church. Gifts we have and share. Some are highly visible, like the choir's ministry of music. Some are gifted at working with children, and other gifts are almost invisible, like the ministry of unclogging toilets and changing light bulbs. We each have many gifts, and the gifts you offer may change over time. It might even be the gift of needing other people, of recognizing when you need help, and finding the courage to ask for it, of allowing other people to help you. Sometimes it's the ministry of simply showing up, of being here. I can guarantee this morning that for every one of you, someone is glad of your presence here. None of these ministries, none of these gifts matter more than any of the others. It takes all of them to keep our church healthy. Little Gopher's name became the one who brought the sunset. His gift was a flashy one, but only made possible by a community that valued everyone and all gifts. May this church always be a place where we honor and celebrate each other's gifts. Blessed be and amen. Please rise in body or spirit for hymn number 323, Break Not the Circle.
Siobhan phoned a friend this morning. I am not Siobhan. I'm Rebecca Kay, a member of this congregation. To facilitate Siobhan's beautiful music making, this month's shared offering supports our Safe Congregation policy for working with children and vulnerable adults. The cost of volunteer and staff background checks has risen sharply, and covering it through the shared plate helps us keep in compliance with our insurance and Safe Congregation policy. This type of giving is very important for us becoming the kind of community that Marie is talking about, the kind of community that supports Little Gopher and every other child and adult in our community to become who they are and what they can be. Give in whatever way you can. Ushers will come forward to collect the offering, which will now be gratefully received.
Who are you leaving the light on for? How long do you plan on waiting? How much electricity do you plan on wasting because you're looking so burnt out? But you have a choice, and when you meet your voice, the mountaintops await your arrival, your fullness and not just survival. The mountaintops await your arrival like, ooh. Sing it from the mountaintops, sing it from the mountaintops, ooh. Sing it from the mountaintops, sing it from the mountains. Who left those lessons on the beat of your heart, teaching you that yes is the only answer? It's not the only answer. Do you know who you are? Do you know who you're becoming? Do you know who you are? Do you know who you're becoming? Do you know who you are? Do you know who you're becoming? Do you know who you are? Do you know who you're becoming? 'Cause you have a choice, and when you meet your voice, the mountaintops await your arrival, your fullness and not just survival. The mountaintops await your arrival like, ooh. Sing it from the mountaintops, sing it from the mountaintops, ooh. Sing it from the mountaintops, sing it from the mountains, from the mountains, from the mountains.
It's a long walk from that chair. Will you join me in our chalice extinguishing words? We extinguish his flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. We have some announcements. If you'd like to get more connected, please fill out the contact form on the church website. And we still have fundraisers going on. If you're interested in those, check out whoever's manning the table in the lobby. Lonnie. I thought it might be you. And also, starting around noon, the Vote folks are hosting a pizza party. If you signed up ahead of time, please pick up your packet, come have some pizza, and write some postcards. And Adult Religious Exploration will have a conversation about how the service spoke to you here in the sanctuary after you get your coffee.
With thanks to Rebecca Parker, I leave you reminding you that you each have many, many gifts, and you will choose how to use them. Go out and choose to bless the world.